The main causes are our actions, words, and thoughts in our daily lives. According to Buddhism, every action, whether small or large, positive or negative, creates a cause, a potential seed that influences future results. When you help others, you plant a good cause which will reap good results. When you say hurtful words or do evil, you create a bad cause which will lead to bad results. Actions are not only what we do with our bodies, but also include words and thoughts. All three are called body, speech, mind in Buddhism. Every action contributes to creating a cause and effect. Active actions, whether conscious or unconscious, create causes. The important thing is the understanding and will to choose good actions to create positive causes. Good actions will bring results of happiness, peace, health, prosperity. Negative actions will lead to suffering, hardship, illness, loss. However, cause and effect is not punishment, but a natural consequence. Like the law of cause and effect in physics, what you sow is what you reap. Understanding the causes and actions of ours helps us live more responsibly, knowing how to control our words, thoughts, and actions to create good results for ourselves and everyone. Fruit, result, consequence of that action. What is fruit? Fruit is the result, consequence, or outcome arising from the causes, actions that we have sown in the past. In Buddhism, fruit is not only an immediate result, but can also come in the present, the future, or even in future lives. Fruit accurately reflects the quality of the cause sown. Good cause good fruit, bad cause bad fruit. Fruit is not given or punished by others, but is a natural, fair response in the universe. If you live honestly, help others, good cause, you will receive trust, love, and good things in life, good fruit. If you cause harm, lie, do bad things, bad, cause you will encounter trouble, loss, or suffering, bad fruit. Karma can be varied. Karma can come in many forms, good or bad, health, mental well-being, or sadness, success, or failure, happiness, or suffering. Karma does not necessarily have to be immediate, it can come slowly or over many lifetimes. Practical significance. Understanding karma helps us to be more conscious in each of our current actions to create positive results, live responsibly, and aim for long-term happiness. All are linked together in a chain of dependent origination. What is the concept of dependent origination? Dependent origination means conditional arising or existing dependent on other conditions. Nothing exists independently or naturally. All phenomena arise due to many conditions converging and interacting with each other. The meaning of cause and effect. Cause and effect is not a simple relationship between cause and effect, but a chain of successive causes. Each cause is the result of the previous cause and at the same time the cause for the following effect. Every event in life is the result of many causes at the same time creating the cause for the following events. Illustrative example. A tree grows not only from seeds, causes, but also needs soil, water, sunlight, air, conditions to combine in order to develop. In life, your actions, causes lead to results, effects, but those results are also affected by many other conditions such as circumstances, time, other people, health, etc. The impact of dependent origination. Understanding. Dependent origination helps us realize that everything has a deep cause, is not simple or random. This helps us have a more tolerant view, not clinging to ourselves or things, reducing anger and resentment. Practical significance. When we understand that everything is connected in a chain of dependent origination, we will live in harmony with circumstances, know how to wait patiently, and make efforts to create good conditions to change the results. We also learn to let go of things that do not belong to us and accept life more gently and peacefully. Example from the Dhammapada. All things arise from causes and conditions. Explain the verse. All dharmas means all things and phenomena in this universe. Dependent origination means being born and existing based on different conditions and causes. This verse affirms that all things do not exist naturally on their own, but are the result of the convergence and connection of many causes and conditions. Sample quote. In the Dhammapada, the Buddha taught that all things arise due to conditions. This means that everything around us, from the wind, trees, people, to even the thoughts in our minds, arises and exists due to many different conditions and causes. Nothing is spontaneous or exists independently. Understanding this truth, we will see that every event in life is not accidental but the result of countless causes and conditions coming together. Therefore, when we change a good cause, we can create a good result. The simplest example is a blooming flower. A flower cannot grow naturally from just a seed. It needs soil, water, sunlight, air, and care. All of these elements come together to create a beautiful flower. Our lives are the same. Every event, every emotion is the result of many conditions coming together. The Buddha's teachings on cause and effect through real-life examples. One day, the Buddha passed by a small village where a hardworking farmer was working in his field. This farmer had many areca trees in his garden. He always took good care of the areca trees, watering and fertilizing them on time and keeping them healthy. However, after a long time, his areca trees still did not bear fruit. The farmer was very sad and disappointed, thinking that his efforts were in vain. Hearing this, the Buddha approached him and said, "Do not be discouraged. Each areca tree needs time and suitable conditions to bear fruit. Just like life, each of your actions will also have results, but it will take many causes and conditions a long time. If you take care of it properly, persevere, and do not give up, the areca tree will bear sweet fruit. And that sweet fruit is the result of the good deeds you have sown." The farmer listened to the Buddha's teachings and continued to patiently care for the areca tree. Finally, the areca trees in his garden began to bear fruit, lush and sweet. The moral of the story: every good deed will lead to good results, effect, but not immediately. The results depend on many different conditions, such as time conditions and patience. Understanding and believing in cause and effect helps us live responsibly, not giving up halfway. Illustrated by story, the story of the farmer who lost his horse. A view of cause and effect that is not simply good-bad. There was a farmer who lived in a small village. One day, his precious horse suddenly ran away. The neighbors came to comfort him. "What a misfortune, you lost your precious horse." "What a misfortune," the farmer replied gently. "This could be good or bad, who knows?" A few days later, the horse that ran away returned with a herd of very healthy wild horses. Everyone was happy. "Oh, you are so lucky you have so many horses now," the farmer said again. "It could be good or bad, who knows for sure?" A while later, his son learned to ride a horse and fell and broke his leg. Everyone was sad for him. "You are so unlucky your son is injured." He remained calm. "This could be good or bad, it is not certain yet." Not long after, a battle broke out near the village. Many young men in the village were forced to join the army and died, but his son, because of a broken leg, did not have to join the army and lived safely. People then realized that events that initially seemed bad actually led to good results, and vice versa. The moral of the story: not all events that happen are simply good or bad. Cause and effect are a complex chain with many combined causes and conditions. The way we perceive and our attitude determines our peace of mind. Understanding this helps us to be less hasty in judging life and to suffer less from events. Story: the sick and the awareness of cause and effect. There was a man who was seriously ill. His body was weak and his mind was very tired. He felt hopeless and did not know how to get well. One day he met a Zen master and heard about the law of cause and effect in Buddhism. The Zen master explained, all illnesses are not only the result of previous causes and conditions, but also of your current actions and habits. If you know how to change your thoughts, words, and actions to be healthy, you will create good causes to help your body and mind recover. The man was determined to change. Stop doing things that are harmful to your health. Eat healthier. Keep a peaceful mind, no anger, no worries. Practice meditation to regulate your mind. Gradually, he felt his body become healthier, his mind clearer and happier. He realized that it was through understanding cause and effect and changing his actions that his life changed positively. Moral of the story: illness and health are also the result of cause and effect. Understanding cause and effect helps us to be aware of creating good karma through positive actions and thoughts. Changing from within is the key to transforming life. Belief in cause and effect brings hope and spiritual strength to overcome difficulties. Current actions are the cause of the future. Every action, word, and thought we do today is a cause sown in the soil of the future. These causes will develop into results in the future, affecting our health, happiness, relationships, and living conditions. This means that the future is not due to luck or fate, but is created by ourselves through each of our current actions. Create a positive future through good actions. When we act with compassion, honesty, and think before we speak or act, we are creating good causes. These good causes will lead to good results, such as peace of mind, being loved by others, good health, and a favorable life. On the contrary, acting angrily, selfishly lying, and hurting others will sow bad causes, creating painful and difficult results. The future always changes depending on present actions. The future is not fixed, but flexible, always changing according to the way we act and think. Even if we created bad causes in the past, we can still change in the present by creating good causes to transform the results later. Therefore, it is never too late to start living consciously and positively. Practical significance. Understanding this helps us live more responsibly, not blaming circumstances or others, but proactively creating a good life. Helps us keep a peaceful mind, not pessimistic, because we know that in the present we have the right to decide our future. Reflection. Question. Remember the last time you helped someone. How do you think that action would have resulted in your life and that person's life in the past few days? Have you said or done anything that hurt someone? How do you think that action would have affected you? What habits in your daily life might be sowing positive or negative seeds that you haven't realized? How do you usually react when faced with difficulties? What results will that action or attitude lead to in the future? If you could change one action or thought in your recent past, what would you change to create a better result in the future? What do you think you can do today to sow good seeds that will make your life more positive? Difficulties and challenges in life, meaning and lessons. Part 2. Difficulties and challenges in life, meaning and lessons. Explain the Buddhist view of suffering. Suffering is an inevitable part of life. 4. Noble truths. Suffering helps us awaken. Find the truth and enlightenment. Illustrative story. Example of Bodhisattva or Buddha who experienced hardship. The story of a person who lost his job but found a valuable new opportunity. Why do all difficulties have a reason? How to not fall down, but grow through suffering. Different perspectives on failure and loss. Failure is not the end, but the beginning of a new journey. Loss helps us appreciate what is left more. Part 3. Practicing mindfulness. Letting go. Accepting, explaining mindfulness and letting go. Mindfulness is living in the present, observing emotions without judgment. Letting go is freeing the mind from attachment and suffering. Practice instructions. Simple mindfulness meditation. Breathe evenly. Observe your breath and current emotions. Recognize things that cannot be changed and learn to accept. Effects of letting go. Helps reduce stress, anxiety. Helps live a happier, more joyful life. Real-life examples. People who know how to let go after losing a loved one. Illness failure. A story about inner peace. Similarities author. Invite viewers, participants to share their feelings after meditating or practicing mindfulness. Summary of content. Everything happens for a reason. Cause and effect guide life. Difficulties are valuable lessons for growth. Mindfulness and letting go are the path to peace. Application advice. Live consciously. Act kindly. Embrace challenges with a positive attitude. Practice mindfulness daily to stay peaceful. Answer questions from viewers, participants. Further discussion on related topics. Thank you for joining us on this journey of truth discovery. Remember, every experience in life has profound meaning. Wishing you peace and happiness on your path.